In a historic shift from British colonialism to newfound sovereignty, the Belizean flag was unveiled on September 21st, 1981. It symbolized the nation's triumphant journey to independence from the United Kingdom.
For the previous generation before me who would have lived through that transition of colonialism to independence, they had to live witnessing the colonial Union Jack as the flag of British Honduras and Belize, no? with the formal name having been changed in the 70s. That experience is significantly different than what we are experiencing and the generation after me are experiencing.
Today, it's an emblem of great national pride, capturing Belize's identity and the inspiring story of the road to autonomy.
We know the flag as the blue and white flag with the coat of arms, with two persons, two males on the flag, and one of the only countries that features predominantly human characteristics on it. We have here
Rolando Cocom is the director of the Institute for Social Cultural Research, a division of the National Institute of Culture and History. He delves into the origins of Belize's national flag. Initially blue with a white circle, it represented the People's United Party's revolution. With growing support for independence, the flag gained popularity. Yet, as Belize gained international recognition and support from the United Nations, questions were raised regarding its suitability as a national symbol.
During the 1960s, this time the flag is essentially, if you think about the People's United Party color blue and with a white circle in the middle, and that became known as the People's United Party, or the flag of Belize, the flag of the revolution, and that is being used often in all the different tours that the premier was making by the time we reached self-government. But as we got closer towards independence, having now secured significant support at the United Nations for Belize to be admitted into the Wall of Nations, the concerns arise, okay, does this flag adequately represent us?
The National Symbols Committee was formed in anticipation of Belize's independence. They finalized a list of national symbols in August 1981, naturally including the national flag. Belizeans were then encouraged to submit their flag designs, as further elaborated by Giovanni Pinella, Senior Research and Education Officer at ISCR.
According to the two winners, one of whom has since passed away, Mr. Everal Waite, and Mr. Ines Sanchez, who in an interview with him, he reminded us that what he did, he met with the permanent secretary, Everal Waite, at the time, and together, Mr. Sanchez being the chief education officer, together they came up with this idea, this design, and looking at the historical backdrop of Belize, the nationalist flag, a white and blue, a blue flag with a white circle in the center.
Encircled by a wreath of 50 leaves called the Scorn of the Earth, the coat of arms showcases a mahogany tree, symbolizing the timber industry, a ship from maritime history, and two figures, one with an axe and the other with a paddle, representing diverse ethnic contributions to Belize's history and resources. The National Institute of Culture and History is standardizing the Belizean flag, aiming for digital reproduction that's easy to replicate the original design. We visited the National Museum of Belize, showcasing the Price family memorabilia, which includes one of the earliest crafted Belizean flags.
From what we have learned and from carrying out interviews and including family members, we understand that the late Honorable Jane Usher was instrumental in the sewing of the first flag. And eventually, of course, it becomes popular, and that's how. But that's what we understand, that she was the person to have sewn the first flag.
Now, this would have been one of the first flags that carries the coat of arms. And so there are two here, and you can clearly notice some differences.
That it does not have the red.
It does not have the red. It's difficult to replicate the features of the two men on the coat of arms. So if you look at this one versus this one, you can also see issues around color. How do you get the colors to match? You can clearly see this blue is different from this blue.
Nitsch then sought to standardize the flag and invited individuals to participate. Sandra Mai, owner of Blends Belize, joined this effort, resulting in 38 modifications to the flag's designs, leading to the current version. Mai now serves as a key supplier of the Belizean flag for government departments and special ceremonies in Belize.
It's been 9 years that Blends Belize is doing national flag. We started first with our national flag, which is the standard one, the standard size one, which is a 3x5. And then we improved our work doing our ceremonial flag with tassel, which is used for special occasions in the government office. And also we do the small ones, which is the table flags. We do outdoor flags as well, and we do company flags.
Mai is committed to achieving the standardization of the national flag of Belize. In her business, she guarantees the fulfillment of this goal or initiates the process anew.
Ms. Sandra, walk us through what you would have to guide your seamstresses to know when it comes to creating the Belize flag.
Like this is the standard size. They already know that the red part should be 3.6 and the blue should be 28.8. And if the sewing doesn't come out the size that we need it, we need to rip it and start it over again.
Understanding our history is a vital compass that guides us through the currents of time, creating a path to our true identity. As Giovanni Pinella puts it, understanding our history is how we set the framework for our national identity.
The well-known adage that a people who do not know their history will tend to be lost. I think what we know we need to share. And so opportunities like these to share that historical backdrop helps to set the framework for our national identity. The flag in and of itself goes from the colonial era, transitions into the nationalist movement, into independence, which gives us our own identity.
Looking on the bright side, I'm Sabreena Daly.